Sue Moxley and I'm here with Lynn Hyland, the beauty editor of Notebook magazine, and today we're just going to show you how to stop your makeup going south all over the face. You can even go across the eyelid with it, or you can use a primer especially for the eye. So this will even out your skin tone. It will, any kind of little open pores, imperfections, it's going to give us a really smooth base for the foundation application. So I'm applying with a foundation brush because it gives a much more even coverage than doing it with your fingers. I'm just carrying the foundation down the neck because it's so important to not just stop at the chin in case you get that horrible line. If you put it on first, I always tend to put a little bit more on after anyway. So if you look just here where Lynn has got a few little dark circles, all those early mornings and
late
then,
nights.
Yeah, and late night, we press powder in. We don't rub it with a powder brush. So as we press it in, we're setting it. This is how to do liner that lasts all day. I've already applied a primer on Lynn's eye. It's Art Deco, and it's not everyone does it, but I think it's quite good to powder it as well. It just gives that extra nice matte base to work on. Just lift your brow very gently, or if you're doing it on yourself, you can look down into a mirror and apply very close to the lash line. I always go in the opposite direction with a liner because you can get these tiny little white lines on people's eyes. It's as you're dragging the skin one way, so if you go back the other way, that doesn't happen, it fills it in. We always wait for the first coat to dry, comb it through, and then apply a second coat. I will use the light colour, either a neutral or a white, and I'll go all over the lid, right up to the brow. This gives extra staying power, and it also makes it easier to blend. And then I'm going to take my kind of second darkest colour, I'm going to use this brown one here, and I'm going to start at the outer corner of the eye in the socket, and I'm going to blend into the socket and across the lid, and I'm just going to go into the socket with this darker colour here, and I'm making it into sort of like a triangle shape. And what I do is I tend to use the end of the brow as a guideline of where to stop. So if you measure it up with your nose and your outer corner of your eye and the end of your brow, that's a good place to stop, so you don't go below it and you don't go above it. So I'm going to use a slightly stiffer brush because I'm going to go underneath, and I'm going to join it up with the rest of the shadow and the liner, which I did previously. I will go back to this lightest colour here in the palette, and just look up for me. I will just put a little touch on the inner corner of that eye.
And this is the final look. Perfect smoky eye that's going to last all day.
I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see some more, subscribe here and share.